And it's not because Allah wants to take things away from us. It's because Allah wants to cure us. So the idea is, and why I talked about, why do people have to leave each other? Chapter 1 of Reclaim Your Heart, right? Talking about that issue, talking about that concept. But then chapter 2 is, people leave, but do they return? What was the concept there? It's the fact that Allah is not wanting to take things away from us for the sake of taking things away. Rather, even when Allah takes, He's actually giving. So even in the taking, He's giving. But the question is, do we see that? And also that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can give us back things, and He can give us more, and He can give us better. Remember the lesson of Salama. What's the lesson of Salama in the seerah? Well, she lost her husband, Abu Salama, and he was one of the muhajirin, so one of the early Muslims. And after she lost him, the Prophet ﷺ taught her this dua. He says, say this dua, and whatever you've lost will be replaced with something better. What was that dua? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Allahumma ajirni fi musibati wa akhlif li khayran minha. Meaning, very, very deep. Indeed, we belong to Allah, and indeed to Allah we return. Allahumma ajirni fi musibati. Oh Allah, reward me in my test. Wa akhlif li khayran minha, and give me what is better than what I lost. So she thought, how can I get better than Abu Salama, who was one of the early Muslims and the Muhajirin? Guess who she married next? The Prophet ﷺ. So that's a true story. So the idea here is that even when Allah takes something away, it is not to hurt us, and it is not to deprive us. It is to actually give us something better. But the question is, what is that thing that is better? And sometimes that thing that is better is becoming closer to Him. Sometimes that thing that is better is that He's cured us of an unhealthy attachment. He has cured us of an attachment that could have competed with the attachment to Allah. And that is what we learn from the sacrifice of Ibrahim alayhi salam. He was told to sacrifice the thing that he potentially loved most of the creation. And in that ability to sacrifice even that was an action, and it was a testimony to there's nothing that was bigger in his heart than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There was no attachment that competed with his love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the question is for us. And obviously our sacrifices cannot reach that level of the prophets. But at our level, there are sacrifices that we are asked to make that purify us. And there's going to be tests that we face that also are meant to purify us. And that's why we are tested in the things we love most.